Every month of every year of every individual's existence, Allah is fully focused on the needs of this individual, and not only is He focused, but He's satisfying the needs of this individual. This is the Allah we have to understand. This is the Allah we have to recognize. That how can this be? That 6 billion people inside of this world, each one with a different need, each one with a different requirement. To say it is very easy, to listen is very easy, to even think and ponder over it is easy. But to try and just, my dear respected brothers and elders, grasp the whole concept that 6 billion people, every single need of theirs is being fulfilled by one Allah. That's not including the other creation. Approximately 18,000 creation inside of this world. We are just one. So Allah is satisfying the needs of 18,000 creations at one and the same time. This is the Allah that we have to recognize. Today we have recognized everything of this world, yet we have not recognized the creator of this world. We've recognized the powers of this world, we have not recognized our own power. The fact that through La ilaha illallah, through just saying that, Allah's tawajjuh, Allah's dhyan, Allah's focus is geared towards you and me. The Sahaba, they understood this. So when they used to say La ilaha illallah and they used to raise their hands to Allah, with their respected brothers, Allah fulfilled their needs. For them to walk on water became easy. For them to make one airline which would travel thousands of miles became easy. Today, my dear respected brothers and elders, Allah forgive, the development of the world has taken our yaqeen from Allah away from us. For us to imagine how one person can make airline in one country and one Sahaba in another country can listen to that airline, we cannot imagine that. Yet now with mobile phones, yeah, it's possible. Through a radio, yes, it's possible. Yet when we say illallah, except Allah can do this, we think, not sure. This is the yaqeen, my dear respected brothers and sisters, that remove everything from the heart, take away our belief in everything, take away our conviction in everything, bring the conviction in one Allah. That Allah, my dear respected brothers and elders, that Allah who is so great, who is so powerful, who is so merciful, that every single day we disobey Him, we go against His commands, we look at those things we are not supposed to look at, we listen to those things we are not supposed to listen to, we talk about those things we are not supposed to talk about, we desire those things that Allah has told us not to desire. We do not look at those things we are supposed to look at. We do not talk about those things we are supposed to talk about. We do not listen to those things we are supposed to listen to. And we do not think or desire those things we are supposed to think and desire. Yet even then, Allah does not neglect us. Even then, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala fulfills every one of our needs. So my dear respected brothers and elders, like I said right at the beginning, have we truly understood Allah? Have we really understood Allah? When we wake up in the morning and we go to sleep at night, do we take account of our 24-hour daily life and think, how much of this life that I have lived in this last 24 hours was my doing and how much was Allah's doing? How much was because of my strength and my abilities and my intelligence and my job and my family and my friends? And how much was it through the hukam and the command and the mercy and the grace of Allah? How much, my dear respected brothers and elders, was I really in control of, and how much is Allah in control of? The Sahaba, they understood The du'as that we are asked to pray, the Masnoon du'as over and over and over again, that is to give us the understanding that us, you and me, are impossible. It is impossible for us to control and do anything. Simple example in this current environment and climate, when we pray the dua of safar, when we get inside of the car and we drive, the dua to meaning means that you are in control of this animal, Ya Allah, we are not in control of this. When we are driving and we hit some black ice or some snow and the car veers left and right and we start to worry that I'm not in control, this is what this dua is telling us, that truly you're not in control. We have the best of cars, we are the best of drivers, yet we hit some black ice and we go to the left and to the right. We are not in control. Our life is not our control. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us this life. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has provided everything for us in this life. Allah is sustaining us, providing for us, giving us everything. In return, Allah asks one thing from us, that you live your life in obedience to me. Live our life in obedience to Allah. What Allah wants, we have to recognize. What Allah needs, we have to recognize. Remember, Allah is not in need of our ibadat or our worship. Allah is not in need for us coming into this environment. Allah is not in need from us for anything. Every step, every breath, every blink of an eye, every movement of our hands, every step that we take, every word that we speak, everything that we hear, every thought that we have, every beat of our heart, we are in need of Allah. Nothing, my dear respected brothers and elders, nothing can allow me to exist except Allah. The doctors, the professionals, the experts, the specialists are incapable if Allah has decided that this person's life is going to end. All the machinery, all the education, all the studying, all the experience, all the expertise, everything is present. And if Allah has decided that this person is going to leave this world, nothing can change that decision. And yet a person, he's at the throes of death. The family have given up on him. The doctors have given up on him. The medication has been stopped. Everything has been stopped. Even a machine has been stopped. Yet if Allah decides to give him life, he'll be walking and talking and eating and breathing like the rest of us. What conviction have we brought into our hearts? What belief have we brought into our hearts? What reality have we got inside of our life? Is it the reality of the world or the reality of the hereafter? Is it the reality of creation or the reality of the creator? Is it the reality of dunya or is it the reality of akhirah? Is it the reality, my dear respected brothers and elders, that I am capable and I am doing what I am doing because of my efforts, or have we understood that everything I am doing is purely because of the gift and the ni'mat and the shukr and the will of Allah? You and me, my dear respected brothers and elders, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us the greatest of gifts. He has given us Iman. He has given us the ability to understand Him. He has given us the ability through which we can recognize Him. He has given us the ability through which we can get in communication with Him. He has given the ability through which we can make a connection with Him. Yet, even though all of these ni'mats have been provided to us, all of these opportunities have been given to us, all of these doorways are open for us, all of these pathways are available to us, yet, my dear respected brothers and elders, we are still not walking along that lifestyle which will bring us in connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Our life is empty. Our life is devoid of the understanding of Allah. Our life is empty. It is devoid of the understanding of Allah. Our life is empty. It is devoid of the fear of Allah. Our life is empty. It is devoid of the love of Allah. Jannat and Jahannam Allah has created, which will be the decision He will make when you and me go back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Whether we enter paradise, whether we enter Jahannam, that is a decision Allah will have to make, dependent on what? Dependent on the condition that He gave us in this life, which was how and when and in what way do we live our life in obedience to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Everything inside of our life, with due respect, is a gauge of our love of Allah, is a gauge of our connection with Allah, is a gauge of our dependence on Allah, is a gauge of our awareness of Allah, is a gauge of our fear of Allah. Everything that we do. Look at every action inside of your bodies. Look at every action in your 24-hour daily life. Realize what it is that is driving you to do this action. Make yourself aware of what it is that is pushing you towards a particular pathway. And then